Thank you, HR. Everybody hear me? All right. Make sure I don't get these things screwed up too much. They asked me to kind of discuss some selection in cattle and looking toward the future and efficiencies and those kind of things. So what I've given you today is I'm entitled, am I cutting in and out pretty bad? See if it works a little more. It's still not it. I'll turn the one off in the room. Can you all hear me? And then I'll keep the one that records. Sound good? All right. That'll be a little bit better. That way you don't hear half of what I say. So, titled and Profit-Oriented Selection 2017 and Beyond, Defining Some Optimums. All right. We've got a lot of momentum in the cattle industry in terms of chasing things to their very extreme as we move forward. I think you can see that as evidence if you get any of the AI sire catalogs and you look through those. There's lots of animals in there, especially the younger bulls, that you'll see that the reason they're brought in is because they're really at the top for some particular trait or a couple of those traits. And from a long-term perspective, that may not be the best kind of thing for us. So let's start here with giving a little bit of background. All right, and what I've got here on the first slide is cost and returns on a cow-calf sector, and this is a USDA-defined region called the Eastern Uplands, which basically covers Appalachia. Okay, and blue is your costs. The orange lines are your return lines. All right, so when we get below that line, we're in a negative income situation on a cow-calf scenario. And they don't have 2016 data added into this yet on the USDA side, so you can see 2012, 13, 14, and 15. We all know 14 and 15 were the best years we've ever seen. All right, you see what we had there on returns of close to $300 a cow. Look at that from another perspective. All right, and I cut off my years here, but this goes 2008, 9, 10 through 15. Average weaning weight for cows in that same region the last 7 years. We have not changed it. All right, and if we looked at this for 30 years, we haven't changed it a whole heck of a lot in the pounds of calf we're producing off a cow on average. All right, you may have a different scenario in your individual management situation, but on average, we're not changing weaning weight. Okay, and we have this same, I can show you the same thing from our West Virginia feeder cattle database. We pulled in the last 15 years of marketing data across the state of West Virginia. Average sale weight of calves coming through graded feeder cattle sales has fluctuated about 20 to 25 pounds, but kept the same average the last 15 years. All right, percent calf crop. All right, percent calf crop is number of cows that wean a calf this year divided by the number we turned out with bulls last year. All right, so it accounts with your open cows and then any calf death loss. It's a good indicator in a cow-calf operation of your reproductive efficiency. All right? And it looks a little more dramatic, but this is a percentage. We went up 1%. All right, over the last 7-8 years. All right, 1% in percent calf crop is equivalent to about 5 pounds of weaning weight across the average of the herd. So all we've done here is going from 81 cows per 100 that are weaning the calf per 100 cows that are exposed to going to 82. Now, the closest USDA market report that we have is in Virginia. So what I've pulled here is what's calf prices been over this last period of time. All right, this is 5 to 600 pound steers, average price per year. All right, about $1 a pound 9 years ago, up to over $2 a pound, and then back, all right, into the mid 140s in 2016. So where are we at now? What is this telling us? Over that period of time, our operating costs went up 20%. Net returns for a short blip in time increased 300%. as a function of calf price. They've since declined in 2016. Feeder cattle prices doubled, all right, from 2008 to 2015. Now we're back somewhere in between that, a lot closer to 2008 than to 2015. But weaning weight and percent calf crop are the same. We haven't changed those. All right, we got to think: is this the norm? All right, these fluctuations is this going to be the norm for the next 15, 20 years? So ask yourself some questions. All right, looking at this variability, this fluctuation, this downward decline in prices and our increase in costs, how can I impact those costs and returns through my selection and or my management to positively impact my net income? Right? We don't need to be having cows as a byproduct of land ownership. If we have cows, we need to make sure that we are managing them as a business and that they are generating us income. And in that scenario, what kind of cows do I need? Not want, but do I need to optimize my profit potential? Are the bulls that I'm using going to create that kind of cow? And are there bulls available for me to create that kind of cow? Costs are going to be your limiting factor, right? Your returns determine your income. Your costs determine your profit, right? Cost of production is your limiting factor to overall profitability. Low-cost producers in all segments will survive in this system of competitive markets. High-cost producers will eventually be unable to compete and exit the business. Right? Looking at this data, and this is admittedly it's old, but it still exemplifies the point. Changing market conditions and how profitability in the cow-calf sector changes. 93, 96, and 2000. All right. 72% of producers were profitable in 1993, but a 500-pound calf was worth $1 a pound. All right. 3 years later, when a 500-pound calf was worth $62 a pound, 100, there's only 15% of people that were profitable. Back in 2000, we're over $1 again. 90% of people become profitable. All right. So that fluctuation in markets a lot of times determine whether we're making money or not. If we can change that cost per cow and move that line down with that volatile market, we can have more times above the cost, more years above the cost than we can have below it. What are some characteristics of low-cost, high-profit producers? They reduce your need for harvested supplemental feed. We're at the grazing conference. Anytime you as a beef producer put a piece of equipment between the forage and the cow's mouth, you have significantly increased your cost of production. Right? They use better grazing management. They use the right genetics, and we'll talk some more about what that might be. Reduce labor costs. Right? Part of that is associated with making feed, making harvested feed, managing issues with animals. Say at this time of year, calving difficulty, right? Labor associated with those kind of things. The other component that they do is they implement a strong herd health program. Right genetics. What are the right genetics? The right genetics may differ for each one of us. Probably will, depending on the environment that we have to manage cows, right? The resource that we have. In your environment, the right genetics are going to create you a cost-effective, functional, biological type through effective sire selection. 85 to 90% of the genetic change that you make in your cow herd comes from sire selection. You don't make
our energy
change culling cows.
bit of a carbohydrate.
That's problems. That's not positive genetic change. Right genetics are going to match the productive capacity to a low-cost environment, forage-based, grazing-based environment. All right? And in a commercial setting, they do not consist of one breed alone. If you fail to use a structured crossbreeding system in a commercial cow-calf operation, you are giving up a heck of a lot of opportunity. Right? Those cows, those efficient cows that those right genetics are creating, those right bulls are going to create, reach puberty early in their life. Right? Research tells us from the early 70s, heifers that reach puberty early, breed early that first calving season, tend to continue doing that over their productive lifetime, over their first 8 calvings, just because they've calved early versus ones that calve late, they wean enough extra pounds to be equivalent to one more calf, just by calving at the front versus calving at the back of the calving season. Right? Just the age effect on pounds of calf at the end of the year. Right? They have a high rate of reproduction. Fertility. Fertility is the first 2 up there. Low rates of calving problems associated. Right? One, primarily because you have about a 14% of those cows that have 14% higher incidence of failure to rebreed in cows that have calving problems versus those that don't. Longevity, they last a long time. Recently read an article by Dr. Trey Patterson, who manages a place called the Padlock Ranch. Anybody heard of the Padlock Ranch? It's a little place in Wyoming that's about 100,000 acres and 10,000 cows. All right? One of the biggest things that eats him up in terms of his economic evaluation is cow depreciation. All right? Those cows decreasing in value over time. If he can spread that over 10 years versus 6 years, that's a significant impact on your bottom line. Minimize maintenance requirements. Right? Maintenance requirements are the feed it takes to keep your cows alive, not to get them pregnant, not for them to lactate, just to keep them alive. Right? Ultimately, that's about 50% of the money you spend in production is related to maintenance feed requirements. Half your production costs. We can change that 1 or 2%. We can make some significant changes in our profitability. We can also have more cows on the same land resource. Right? Ability to convert forage resources into the greatest possible pounds of calf while maintaining this higher rate of reproduction. Right? So it's not the fact that we might have a first calf heifer that weans our heaviest calf, because there's a pretty high probability when that occurs that she's not going to breed back. So we have to do both of those. Fertility is absolutely number 1. Cow doesn't get pregnant, you have no product. It's the most economically important trait in cow-calf production and cow efficiency. And those efficient cows also have to have the ability to reproduce in a given feed environment. And that's going to be related to their mature size. Right? I'm not trying to tell you what size cows you need. Right? What I'm saying is if we have a 1,500-pound cow and a 1,200-pound cow, and I have 30 pounds of hay here and 30 pounds of hay here, the 1,200-pound cow is going to have a greater opportunity to maintain herself and be functional on that 30 pound of hay, that limiting feed environment. What are the traits that impact profitability? This is from a study done in Canada, and this is in a cow-calf scenario, but retaining ownership on everything through harvest. Right? So there are going to be some harvest traits in there. What's the most important things determining profitability? Fertility, calf survivability. A morning like this morning, if you have a calf that is just, we've all had calves that are just kind of dumb. All right? Mornings like today are the day when you go find that one's a popsicle. All right? But you have calves that have vigor, that have some will to live and get up and go. They make it in this kind of weather situation. It's a hard trait to measure, but it's pretty darn important in terms of figuring up your percent calf crop at the end of the year. Calving ease, because of its relationship to fertility. I'm not going to tell you and make the recommendation that we should use calving ease heifer bulls to breed all the herd. Right? If we do that on mature cows, we're giving up too many pounds of weaning. Right? We don't need 60-pound calves out of mature cows. Feed efficiency, in this case it's expressed as RFI. Feed efficiency again is important because we can change the maintenance requirements of cow herd. How much feed we put into those, and like I said, this was a retained ownership, so dressing percentage or carcass yield to a point was one of the more important things. Least important, milk production and marbling score. Now I'm not telling you we need to ignore either one of those. Right? This scenario, they were the least important things related to profitability. But we do need to realize that with milk higher milk producing cows have bigger heart, liver, lungs. Biologically speaking, those tissues take a heck of a lot of energy. A heck of a lot of energy. They're constantly being turned over. Cells are regenerating themselves. They're being assaulted by the stuff that we put into the body. And those cows take a lot of energy because they have those bigger organs. Right? So we can change that, and that's 365 days a year. That's not just when the cow's lactating. She costs more to feed year round. Have we selected for profit? Have we done that? All right. I'm going to show you some genetic trends from the American Angus Association because they are the dominant beef breed today. I'm not saying that it's correct or what your preference is, that they are the dominant beef breed, so it's an easy one to pull. All right, we've got calving ease direct, calving ease maternal, and birth weight. All right, blue line is calving ease direct, gray line calving ease maternal, orange birth weight. All right, we've created more calving ease over time. Right, according to these trends, from 70 to 15, early 70s to 15. All right. There was a point here, you can see where it was going up in birth weight as we were going through the performance grades. We had more and more performance. Right? But that's began to moderate. From what I just told you in terms of traits impacting profitability, that may be a positive thing to see those trends. Weaning weight and yearling weight. Man, we're just climbing a mountain with weaning weight and yearling. From this perspective here, blue line weaning weight, orange yearling weight, doesn't look like we can get enough weaning weight and yearling weight. Right? There are some limitations to where there should be an optimum with these, given the feed environment. Milk and mature cow weight, they're following right along with weaning weight and yearling weight. Milk's blue, mature cow weight here. Cows are getting bigger, higher milking. They're going to get bigger if we continue to select for yearling growth. Dry matter intake, yearling height, frame score, our scrotal circumference, and our overall mature height different. Dry matter intake, blue line. Stayed pretty static for a while, but as we got more extreme with our selection and growth, intake came along with that in order to support that growth. Height, hey, those cows are getting heavier, but they're getting shorter. Last few years. Right? Maybe they're bigger bodied, wider made. Right? Mature height, that's a yearling. But mature, they're staying about the same for the last 20 to 30 years. And our scrotal circumference continues to get larger and larger. Right? There's a point where that's going to stop too, just physiologically. But from a profitability standpoint, the impact on fertility, particularly of a bull's daughters, that may be a positive move. Marbling and ribeye area, end product merit, right? This is like the growth traits. We're on, we can't get enough. Think about this for a second. We talked about growth and carcass traits. We can Angus cattle. What are Angus cattle developed? A maternal breed. But we have absolutely selected the snot out of them for terminal traits. Okay? What have we accomplished? Last 40 years, we've pretty much focused on increasing outputs without regard to our input costs. Right? Mostly because we had cheap feed. Okay? We increased mature size, milk production, growth rate, feed intake, and our maintenance requirements. Right? Johnson put it in 2010, they've successfully mitigated this increased cost of larger cows with low-cost supplemental feed. You know, corn was $2 a bushel. It was cheap to buy corn and supplement cows, these bigger cows. It's a rational response as long as that feed remains inexpensive and readily available. Now, what happened between 2007 and 2012 to that cost of that feed? All right, it got pretty ridiculous. Have we really improved efficiency? All right. Pounds weaned per cow exposed. All right, that's a major indicator of efficiency in a cow-calf operation. If you've never calculated that, I suggest you do. But all you do is take the average weaning weight of all your calves and calf crop was the number of cows that are weaning a calf versus the number we bred the year before. Right? We have went from 414 to 420 on our pounds of wheat per cow exposed. That's the effect of our 1% increase in percent calf crop, about 5 pounds. We haven't made significant strides in improving the efficiency of the cows that we have. So why? Have we gone too far from a selection standpoint? Well, we look from this graph from Brown in 2005. Right, I apologize, we've got kilograms here on both sides. But your sire's milk EPD, sire of a cow, milk EPD. Right across the bottom, on the left-hand side is their 24-hour milk yield. Right? Look at this. Once we get over in here from the 6 to 8 milk EPD range, we're at the peak. Even going up to a 10, 11, we're getting less milk production than we were out of the 6 and 8s. At some point, there's a limit to how much that cow can do with the feed that she can consume. Alright, I did a little bit of a self-study research project here last year, again looking at the Angus Association database. And what I did was I looked, because they now publish the number of progeny records they have incorporated into each EPD. And if we look at those bulls, high-use bulls, this was the top 25 bulls for registrations in the breed for the last 3 years. And look at the number of calves that they have at weaning time versus the number of daughters they have in production. Right? We can group them up. Basically less than 25%, 25 to 55, and greater than 55%. And we look at the age of those bulls over time and their weaning weight EPDs. This gray line, that's the one that has less than 25% of their daughter heifer calves actually ever weaning a calf. Alright? The ones that are extreme don't do too good at making females. Alright? We see the same thing when it comes to yearling weight. So it's not just pre-weaning growth, but post-weaning growth. Those cattle that are out there on the edges, and that's a lot of what's being promoted today, aren't necessarily the ones that are going to leave you the most efficient and productive females. Right? It's a short-term success with a long-term impact. Look what we've done to mature cow weights. Right? This comes from USDA Meat Animal Research Center, different breeds. Right? You said Angus were supposed to be smaller. Look where the Angus rank in terms of average mature size of an Angus cow. Right? When these are continental breeds on the left-hand side, they're the smallest cows we have today. And they were pretty darn big when they came here compared to the, going back to those other sires with less than 25% of their daughters calving possessed 45% greater weaning weight EPDs and a third greater yearling weight EPD over time than the bulls that had more than 25% of their daughters actually producing a calf. Calf weaning weight increases approximately 6 pounds for each additional 100 pounds of cow body weight. That's been corroborated several times. Alright, but you know how much it costs you to keep another 100 pounds of body weight? $42 a year. You can do the math, that's $7 a pound for a feeder calf to pay for that $42. We sold some pretty pricey cattle in the last 3 years, but we didn't get any at $7 a pound. Why? Increased milk production, I hit on this earlier, increased your maintenance requirements, visceral organ mass. Your forage resources are going to limit the expression of your genetic potential for milk and growth. So when we get to a point where we are at a balance, there's no reason to go farming in a low-cost forage environment. You know, what have we done? We've modified the environment to fit the cows that we like, which increases our cost of production. When is enough going to be enough? Richard Gordon, which is an animal breeder at Colorado State, defined optimum, says the breed for optimum means to have a target in sight beyond which you don't want to go. Your goal is to maintain an optimum evidence of your accomplishment is not visible change, but a lack of it. Now that goes against all human nature, right? To say, I want to breed these cattle, but I don't want to see them become different if I've got them to a point. That is the hardest thing to do, I think, from an animal breeding perspective, is to maintain an optimum once you've achieved it. It's easy to make change. And that's one thing you've got to really understand. Is there's a huge difference between genetic change and genetic progress. Right? We're after genetic progress, not necessarily genetic change. It may require genetic change, it may not. This does not mean the breeder's job's finished. Emphasis needs to be moved toward the more subtle traits related to adaptability, convenience, the fine points, fertility, soundness, fleshing ability, calving ease, survivability, and temperament. Well, we kind of nailed most of the low heritability things. Right? Growth rate will remain an important selection criteria, but not growth rate as you traditionally know it. Growth rate for a given mature size, birth weight, and degree of calving difficulty. Selection is more difficult because these traits are hard to measure, lowly heritable, or are thresholds. We expect to progress slowly. Right? When you get to this point, right, if you're an instant gratification person, you're in the wrong business. Right? This is a lifetime, is what this is. Right? Focus and dedication to match cows to forage resources. Emphasize cost, what I call cost-reducing traits. All right? They're going to positively impact your cost of production. Fertility. Absolutely, fertility. Number one, feed efficiency. Can we reduce our maintenance requirements on calves? Calving ease, longevity, and adaptability. You want to really help yourself out, crossbreed. In a structured crossbreeding system, not a haphazard. All right? You've got to exercise that restraint. Commit to a long-term value over a short-term impact. Moderate mature size milk and muscle. Create and cull open cows. I say create is challenge your cows. Right? We have a producer that we work with very closely in extension here in West Virginia. I talked to him earlier in the week. He was 21 days past his calving due date at that point in time. He's got 330 cows. He had 230 calves in the ground. Right? But he has been 20 years with a religious 60-day breeding season on cows and a 42-day breeding season on heifers. He forces them to get pregnant early or go to town. Now it hurts. It may hurt the first few years you try that. All right, you may be sending a greater percentage than you want to send by doing that. But again, it's long-term value over short-term impact. Right? Don't modify your environment to fit your cows. Modify your cows to fit your environment. All right? You cannot afford to change your environment. You cannot afford to change the environment to fit the cows you like to look at. That's one of, I think, our greatest problems is we have this vision of what we think a cow should look like, and we make her, and then we say, she doesn't what I've got for grass and what I can make for hay. So now I've got to go buy a bale wrapper, and I've got to fertilize all my pastures and do all this to make that cow be successful in the environment that I'm given. All right? Let's look at a herd and see which one maintains her flesh, which one calves early every year, and try to replicate her. Okay? I tried to buy a Hereford bull for the university recently. Was unsuccessful. So he got more pricier than we could afford. All right? But I'd found the bull. I called the breeder to ask him about him. I asked him about his mother. And it was one of the best responses I've ever heard from someone. Right? A lot of people want to start telling you about the phenotype of the cow. The first words out of his mouth, he said, this guy's running 1,000 cows. He said, she's competing every year to be one of the first 2 or 3 cows to calve, and at 10 years old, she's got one of the best udders on the place. That sold me on the bull right there. Right? Bull selection is your means to improve cow efficiency. We need to find a source of seed stock that challenges their cattle environmentally. Environmental stress environmental bottlenecks, let Mother Nature do the sorting. And you will have cattle over time that better fit your environment. People that are managing for the worst cow in the herd are not the place that should earn your business from a seed stock perspective. Emphasize those cost-reducing traits, fertility and feed efficiency. Don't buy bulls from someone that makes excuses for open cows. All right? That's why the Angus breed is in the trouble with genetic defects they have today. There were a lot of excuses made for open cows. All right? Seed stock breeders need to have a high replacement rate of females, 15-20%. On the commercial side, you probably ought to be 10 to 15, hopefully closer to 10. Right? But if they're not forcing themselves to have a higher replacement rate because of the environmental challenge, those cattle are going to have trouble working in different environments. Keeps early born, early bred heifers, maintains accurate records on the entire herd, and are willing to share them with you. If someone is not willing to share the stuff with you, then you need to make an informed decision. Go somewhere else. It's too important of a decision for your future not to make it an informed one. All right? And here's if the opportunity presents itself. All right? And there aren't bulls that always fit this. Buy bulls all of older cows that calve early and have never missed a calf. Right? Definitely ones that have never missed a calf anyway. But older may be a matter of perspective. All right? Breed for profit. Realize that no one breed can do it all, despite the marketing programs that are out there. All right? Implement a planned crossbreeding using breed complementary to take advantage of heterosis. All right? Heritability of traits ranked low to high. Reproduction, growth, and carcass. Effective heterosis is the inverse. What are the traits that impact our bottom line the most? Right across here. That tells you pretty plainly you need to have a crossbred cow herd in commercial scenario. What's the advantage of a crossbred, just a crossbred calf? Angus cow, we breed her to a Hereford bull. Right? We have a crossbred calf. Right? We get 3.2% improvement in calving rate. For every 100 calves, we get over one more that makes it to weaning. Birth weight goes up less than 2 pounds. Weaning weight goes up 16 pounds. Right? Average daily gains a little bit better, 30 more pounds at a year of age. That's free. That's not related to feed cost or anything. That's just the effect of having a crossbred calf. The real value in crossbreeding is the crossbred cow. That's where you make hay with the crossbreeding system. 3.5% improvement for calving rate. Every 100 cows we expose, we get 3.5 more on average that are going to have a calf. Another calf to weaning. Birth weight effect's about the same at 18 pounds of weaning weight. Here's the kicker. They last 1.4 more years by being a crossbred cow versus a straight bred cow. Lifetime productivity, we get another calf and another 600 pounds of weight to sell by having a crossbred cow. Long-term selection goals. Majority of cow-calf producers, the most efficient cow is the one with the highest milk potential without reducing the percentage of calves successfully weaned. Repeatedly produce a calf by bulls with growth and carcass characteristics, both valued in the marketplace. So without reducing the percentage of calves successfully weaned, she's still doing that and getting pregnant. So that's not telling you to be in the maximum milk potential, optimal milk potential. Cows should be able to produce calves of acceptable weight and have the ability to grow, produce a desirable end product, not get discounted, and eligible for premiums. Efficiency traits related to feed and reproduction have to become a selection priority and less of a management priority. We can change reproduction with management. The question is, should we? We should try to change it genetically and keep management the same. Right? Or if we're over managing, reduce management. Right? In summary, if we look at our history, selection is focused on these easy to measure, easy to see output traits without regard for input costs. All right, our limited data shows that little change is being made in production or production efficiency. I believe our industry right now is on an unsustainable path relative to growth and milk production. bull buyer have to pay for the bulls that the folks that are going to buy. Right? Not necessarily the flashy ones with the fancy sale books and that kind of stuff, all the pretty pictures. Especially if you pick up a sale book and you're wanting to buy a bull to breed commercial cows, and the first thing you see is a picture of a bull standing in front of a banner with a halter all fitted up, throw the thing in the trash. You have to challenge that trend with your unless you change what you're willing to pay for. I mean, it's a business. What are a person going to produce? They're going to produce what generates the most dollars for them. Okay? Traits that impact profitability in good times are the same ones that impact profitability in tough times. So if we stay focused on those traits that impact profitability, our success rate, regardless what the fluctuation in the market is, we give ourselves a higher probability of making money each year. There are going to be years that are tough, and we may be in a negative income situation with capital. But if we can keep moving that line of break even down, we give ourselves more and more chance. Dave Lawman at Oklahoma State put it this way: tough times don't last, but tough cows do. That's the conclusion of what I've got for you. I'd be willing to take some questions and appreciate your attention. Thank you. Yep, that's the indication. Why do I pick those two breeds? One, Angus. I pick Angus and represent Angus because it is the dominant breed in the country, so there is access to more of those cattle. All right. Now you need to be choosy, all right, in terms of access to which ones. But the Angus cow has a lot of positive traits to add into a crossbreeding system. Right? If she's made and intended to be what Angus cattle are strong in. Right? They're good milkers, they marble well, they're a moderate mature size, and very fertile cows. Okay? That's what the description of an Angus breed is. There are a lot of cattle out there that are registered Angus that don't fit that description today. Okay? So I say that, right? And then I add Herefords to that because, one, Herefords are one of the lowest maintenance requirements of beef breeds there are. Angus are the opposite end of that spectrum. We have to balance the feed intake into this cattle. Right? Hereford cattle are very hardy, they're very adaptable to a lot of different environments because they're a little lower milking breed. They have lower maintenance requirements. They can survive some of that environmental stress a little bit better than those higher maintenance requirements breeds can. I think that's a very good balance of those two. Right? And I will be honest with you, I have a black one there, but I view black and red Angus cattle as the same. The only thing they should differ in is the color. Right? And I would view them interchangeable in a crossbreeding system. In fact, for our environment, I would say red Angus may be there's less of them available, but red Angus may be better because just of high color and the issues we have with heat and humidity in the summer are going to be better adapted to the summertime conditions in our region. But I view those two as interchangeable. I would, if we're going a two-breed rotation, all of our cows sired by a Hereford bull or an Angus bull, all the cows sired by an Angus bull will get bred to a Hereford bull. Angus to me, he can be red or black. Right? The problem with that becomes a marketing standpoint. We're in a region where you get significant discounts for a high color that differs from black. Okay, so unless you have some other marketing channels to do, because you're going to get red-hided calves to go with those, you've got to be willing to accept it. Now, I'll tell you, even just on a black Angus and a Hereford two-breed rotation, you will get a few red white-faced calves over time. The discount you will take on that calf will be more than made up by the crossbred female and her productive efficiencies. Right? The advantage over having I would tell you that my preferred, if I had enough cows to do it, my preferred complete production system would be a 2-breed rotation, Hereford and Angus, and put a terminal sire on with a Charolais. Okay? Now you've got to be conscious of marbling in both your maternal breeds, because it's not a strength necessarily Charolais cattle. And Charolais and Hereford are the 2 lowest maintenance requirements beef breeds there are out there. The way you would get the value out of those cattle is you run them through harvest. You've got to have the ability to run them through harvest. And we can retain, you get about 2/3 of maximum heterosis out of a 2-breed rotation. If you go into a 3-breed, you can get up to 85%. Okay, so you can add significant by adding a 3rd breed in there, but you've got to have enough cows to be able to manage that appropriately and have at least a minimum of 3 separate breeding groups. And then you've also got to have a quality source of all 3 breeds of those bulls in order to continue putting you in your situation. But just a haphazard, I'm going to buy a bull, this breed, a bull, this breed, a bull, this breed, just keep breeding cows. You're not going to maximize the potential value of heterosis. So it needs to be in one of those structured kind of systems. Yep. Absolutely. We've got, I think, far too many people in the seed stock business today that fail to use what we know is a very valuable tool in library. And it's not to me, it's not so much to identify superior animals, but identify the problem genes so you can eliminate those. Because there's so much, we've got a massive genome in a cow. She's got 30 chromosomes. So the concept that we can fix traits, or we can make them pretty repeatable, but we can't fix traits because of the massive size of that gene with an inbreeding program. We can certainly increase the probability that cow's going to pass on the desired genes and not pass on the undesired genes. So, yeah, I think the problem we have is we have a lot of people in the seed stock business that are, 1, they're afraid to do it, or 2, we have a lot of small cow herds, and that it becomes more challenging to do some inbreeding with a smaller cow herd. But I think some people are afraid to do it. They just don't want to know the problems they might have, and they're not willing to accept the higher cull rate. When you put a line breeding program in place, you're going to cull a pile. You've got to know that up front and be willing to accept it. Yes. I'm not saying use one breed or the other. I'm saying use the breeds of bulls to make the crossbreed count. We have about 100 commercial cows in the university system at the Reedsville farm. If you're on the tour, you got to see some of those cows yesterday. Right? That's the system they're under. The rotational crossbreeding system of Angus bulls. That's the goal to try to achieve with them, and we still retain ownership on some of those cattle and do some different things with them. But we've got a pretty darn nice set of cows on them. Yes. it's still, to me, I find it challenging. There's not, if we got a 1,600-pound cow, there's not too many cows pulling off an 800-pound cow. Okay? Unless she has been understocked and overfed. So, I think you have to find an optimum for your environment, and that is going to be those larger cows. They're going to, if you use that as a metric, you're going to find them have a really hard time given some, some basic management where we're not understocking them for the forage resources that we have. We can, there's a very prominent seed stock producer in the upper Midwest region that sells very, very, very high-priced bulls. And one of the reasons they do that is because they advertise calves coming, adjusting weaning weights over 1,000 pounds. That's a good cow. That's a joke. Anybody here think you can take grass and run cows the right way and wean a 1,000-pound cow? You wean an 800-pound cow. Adjusted weaning weight, 205 days of age. I'm not saying we're leaving on the cow for 10 months and pulling off. Right? We've got some pretty darn good forage resources in this region. But we're not doing that. Not in an efficient system. We're not doing that. So, if you, I look at it as if a seed stock producer understocks cows in order to increase their weaning weights for marketability, those should be turned into screen-fed cows. It's the same thing. I would say that it's very good to have a relationship with the folks that you're buying bulls from, that you can go see the cattle. Right? I would much rather personally buy a bull at a year of age, because then I have a complete set of information on it. Right? Data points that have been collected that are really meaningful. And so that's my point, is I want to use all those data points that are available in order to help make the most informed decision. So I'm not necessarily going to buy one off the cattle. I will tell you this, though, at university here, we've got a little Hereford cows. Probably the best bull we ever owned. Bought right off the cow. He was picked out while he was on the cow. And so having that opportunity to see him and having a relationship with that person to be able to do that, I think can certainly be beneficial. But I still think we need to garner as much information as we can before we actually get that purchase. Well, I'll tell you this, we've got 35 cows in our inventory, and every cow out there has got to eat our better. He made the right kind of replacement weanings. They didn't have the perfect udders. They may not have been the perfect size. Daggone, they bred every year, and they came home with a calf every year. And they continued to do that. They produced daughters and did that. And just that is, in a maternal breed, if we're buying a bull, his purpose should be to make replacement females. His purpose is not to make terminal cattle. Right? That's a byproduct of the system. So that should be our primary focus if we're